The anxiety just kept ramping up, and I felt like I was a caged animal. I just turned 63 today. I'm from the state of Missouri. I transferred up here with Ford Motor Company 15 years ago to the Flat Rock Assembly Plant. My parents, my dad's got Parkinson's, my mom's got Alzheimer's. You know, stuff was going on with them too during Corona. My mom had to have surgery during Corona. It was like I was enclosed in a cell and I couldn't get out. You know, I had trouble sleeping at night. You know, I was waking up with anxiety. You know, I felt like I was in an enclosure that I just could not break out of. I was used to bringing home a ton of money, and now I'm on a fixed income, so that could be stressful. With everything going on, being home all the time, seeing all this on the news is very upsetting. You know, I got diabetes. I got some other issues, so I was fearful if I caught it, I was gonna die, you know, so I stuck to my house. You know, I would only go around people I knew. You wanna stay at home, you don't wanna go out because of all this. I feel like I'm forced to isolate, but yet I feel like I should, and it's depressing. You know, you don't get out, you don't get to go to restaurants, you know. A lot of seniors struggled during it. None of their family could visit them, you know. I couldn't go down and see my parents because my parents are older than me. I couldn't possibly pass it off to them. So, yeah, I think it was bad for seniors. It was bleak for a while. When all the Black Lives Matter and the Capitol and all that started, it was like, what is going on with this country? You know, it's pretty scary. What's next year gonna hold? You know, so yeah, it's scary. I think it's a fear of catching the coronavirus and loneliness that you're confined. One day I blew like a chimney because I had held it in too long. I screamed at someone really bad. I actually made them cry. After I did that, it was like the fog is lifted. I feel much better now. And now I talk about things. I used to hold things in, and now I talk about them. I say how I feel, because I don't want to be that person I was a while back. I don't feel like I'm in the fog anymore, that the fog is lifting. I'm retired, so, you know, I find stuff that gives me pleasure. Riding my bike, getting out, visiting with people, going up to the local watering hole and having a few cocktails with people. You know what I'm saying? I think that's very important. I think people are ready to be back to normal. I did get my first COVID shot. I'm waiting on the second one. But I think people are so tired of not being confined or 6 feet apart or masked or whatever. I think people are tired of it. I know I am. I'm ready to get back there. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. Something could happen tonight, tomorrow. So I think you need to get out and enjoy, but you also need to be careful about what's coming down the road. Saying to myself, you can do it, you're okay, and no matter what, you're going to be okay. It's a good thing. And I feel good about myself now. I'm not angry anymore.
Welcome back to WTOL 11 Your Day. We just heard from Mary, a retired auto worker, how she has dealt with the uneasiness and stress of the past year. Dr. Jeannie Clarkson is a psychologist with Christian Care Connection. Were Mary's reactions, were they unconscious and physical, unusual? I think probably not, right?
You know, I find that common in the people that I talk with, this feeling of not being able to get out, especially because it's been so long, this constant stress, and then having to deal with whatever stresses are already going on. Some people are dealing with chronic health problems, with family members being ill and needing to take care of them, and then not being able to be connected to your usual support system can really leave people feeling isolated and overwhelmed.
Yeah, and I think this could be a new feeling for people as well. Some people may not have experience with mental illness or mental health issues, and this could be a first for them. So how can people identify if they're feeling anxiety or stress?
Right. Well, I think Mary gave a really good description of, not being able to sleep, waking up. Some people may still be able to sleep, but they just sleep even more. But this feeling of anxiety she was experiencing, and we all experiencing a little bit different, but you will notice the changes, feeling more irritable, feeling more down, having dark thoughts. What's the point? Noticing that you're not motivated to do things you used to do and used to love to do. Those are all signs that the stress is really getting to you. Plus, stress, can even increase or intensify the experience of pain for those that are dealing with chronic pain and other illnesses.
Sure, absolutely. It could be a trigger for some people who have some of those chronic illnesses as well. So how can we work through this? You have some pointers for us this morning.
I do. The first one is, I have four tips. The first one is stay as active as you can. You have to be careful, like Mary was saying, but whatever you like to do, she enjoyed bike riding. Physical exercise is really important. It's the thing that we don't feel like doing when we're stressed or depressed, but it really is important, even getting out for a little walk or getting out on your patio. Stay as active as you can, do hobbies, whatever you enjoy. The second would be stay as connected as you can. People have had to give up their getting together with friends, grandkids, places of worship, or workout groups. And that's been really hard. So I would encourage you to stay as connected as you can, even if it means connecting online. But look for those opportunities of outdoor groups. The third would be stay as positive as you can. I really love that Mary said, I had to tell myself, it's going to be okay. You're going to get through this. It's going to be okay. So she kept repeating the positives to herself. And when we're going through stress, that is so important. And sometimes what I recommend is that people actually need to reduce their consumption of news, because if you have so much negative coming in, that's going to reduce your ability to be positive. Either that, or you can also do something about it. Write a legislator. Because when you listen to a lot of negativity, but yet you don't do anything, you feel more powerless and helpless. So stay as active as you can, as connected as you can, as positive as you can. And then fourthly, reach out for those wonderful resources that you're providing for everybody. These days, there's support groups online. If you don't know how to do that, you can ask a young person or call one of these resources. And reach out for whatever resources you need, and know that we will get through this.
Yes, and you're not alone, and there is help available. And I love those pointers. Those are really great things to keep in mind to get us from day to day. Take it one day at a time, and just try to take in the positivity as much as you can. Dr. Clarkson, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Amanda.
Take care. Well, again, we want to help. If you're feeling uneasy about things, you're not alone. Where you just need to talk to a friend, or you've reached your tipping point, text wellness or resources to 419-248-1100 to get connected to those who can help you.